right? Yesterday. Okay. So what is static? Okay. Static is a keyword used with respect to variable, method, and class. And static can be called in three ways. What are those?
Directly.
Okay. Directly,
Class name.
class name. What is the third approach? What is that? Can you please? Yep. By using an object. So what is the difference between instance block and static block? Yeah, what is the difference between instance and static? Instance is something which is not having a static keyword, and static is something which is having a static keyword. Any method which is declared directly without using static, then it is called as an instance method, and any method which is declared using a static, it is called as static method. So what about the scopes? When it comes to scopes, static will access only static. When it comes to instance, instance will access both static and instance variable. Correct? So guys, those who are not speaking, I request him to put on mute because we are finding a lot of disturbance here. Today we are going to learn about blocks. Do I have option to put you all on mute? Please put on mute because this video is getting recorded and a lot of disturbance is there. Thank you so much. Now, what is block? What is method? So this is known as block, and this is known as method. Can you tell me by saying this what is block and what is method? So you can see the difference very clearly over here. Like the block is something which is not having any name over here, and method is something which is having a name. What is the name of this method?
Display.
Yeah, display is the name of this method. Whereas what is the name of this block? There is no name for the block. And another thing is there is no return type for the block. And one more thing is there is no access specifier for the block. So block is nameless and return typeless and access specifier less. But block can have one thing that is known as modifiers. So the one modifier which we have seen is static. So method can also have a static. So today we are going to learn about the block, method, and main method. So Let me take one program on this, and by after seeing that example, we will be discussing on this program based on static block. Let me import the package. Public class demo, and as per our standards, we have to write the main method. So we are standing on a neat slate. It's very clean and simple over here. There is nothing special added over here. So let me add something over here. Static. What I'm doing over here is system.out.println. This is from static block. Okay. And that's it. Let me take, I have one more method also, public display. This is nothing but the instance method. Let me make this as a static method by defining it as static. So how do you call a static method? By using the how do you call the static method?
By using class name.
By using class name. What is another approach?
Directly.
Directly.
Object.
Or object. So I'm just calling it directly. Why to go for class name and all? So it is pretty clear that by using this, by calling directly, I'm calling the static method. Now my question is, how do you call a static block? Because blocks are nameless. How do you call them then? They are executed directly. Okay. That's a very good answer, smart answer. Any other answer, guys? So blocks are not required to call. Blocks will be executed once you load a .class file in JVM. Once you execute your program, the first thing which is going to execute is block. And that too static block I'm talking about. Let me take this program, let's see the demo on this. Oops. I have given a wrong name here. Java C demo Java demo. You can see that whenever you load your program, the first thing which is going to be executed is block. Which block? Static block. What is the purpose of this one? It is used for assigning the values to the variable, providing the connections to the database, opening the resources, and XYZ. It depends upon your requirement. Anything which you want to be performed at the initial level, then you will be going for the blocks. Okay, let me remove this one, display. So what is the output of this program? So nearly 13 attendees I have. Among them, I am not getting answers from you all. So you people are available with your bodies. You are not present with your mind. So guys, cheer up and please share your thoughts, whatever is going in your mind related to this program. Thank you for commenting. It will be appreciated if you answer it. So what is the output of this program?
The static block will be
Yeah, this is from static block will be the output. So you can see that your main is empty. Still you are getting the output. Correct? So the purpose of this one is, if you have some, every time creating an object and calling something is very expensive. So what they have done is, at the loading time they have given something to you. That is the thing with the static block. At this level you can do anything, any tasks, whatever you want. So now I have some couple of questions with you all. What will be the output you have to say? So can someone tell me what will be the output over here?
first it prints the main and then static block and then static method.
Okay, one answer I got as main and then static block, correct? And static method. And one answer is from, this is from block, this is from main, from block and main. I think static method will not execute it as well. So I got two answers, and definitely the second. So this is from block, main and static method. Two answers I got. So what about others? You all support for these two answers? Let me ask to JVM what will be the output of this program. Main, method and block. You need to say that main, static method and block. Okay, I got the third answer also. When I see the probability of this, I should get more than this. No problem. Let's come back and ask to the JVM what will be the output of this program. So main, static block and static method, block, main and static method, main, static method and block. So among these three, definitely the one way is clear, that is nothing but the second one. So you can see that this is from static block, from main, and then this is from static method. So let me explain you why the second one is correct, why not the others. So you can see over here the program execution will start from main, there is no doubt, but there is something else also before going for the main. That is nothing but your executor engine, that is nothing but JVM will check if there is any static block in your program. Yes, static block is there. So first it will execute at its static block, and then it comes to main, and this line will get executed, and then this line will get executed. If you understand the flow, then you will remember everything over here. Let me repeat the flow. The first thing which comes into picture is, whenever your program get loaded, it will be looking for the first and foremost thing is, it will be looking for the static block, whether the static block exists in the program or not. If exists, it will execute that one first, and then it comes to main, and it follows the execution process which you have defined in the main. What you have defined, you have given a comment, this is from main, will get displayed, and then you're calling a display method, and this is from static method will be displayed. So the order of execution is first static block and then static method, main is nothing but a static method only. It's a special method, I do understand, but it is a static method only. Okay, this is also a static method. And yeah, constructor, today only we are going to start. So after this concept, I will be going for the constructor. So you can see over here we have static, static display, and static main. So let's step one step forward. That is nothing but the instance block. So instance block will not have any modifier. If it is having any modifier, then it is called as a static block. If you have something so called synchronized, this you will be learning in threads, then it is called as a synchronized block. Okay, and here you can see that this is nothing but the instance block. So nameless block, instance block will not have even a modifier also. So let's take one program on instance block. Public, let me import the package, import class demo, and then the static void main string of arg on a clean slate. After that, so we are talking about the instance block. What I said you, instance block will not have any name. It's a nameless block. It won't have even a modifier also. So this is from instance block. Yeah, let me ask you a couple of questions over here. Let me go with the instance method as well. Display. How do you call an instance method? Yeah, come on guys, speak up. Yeah, we have to use an object over here. Let me call an object demo d equals to new demo dot display. So let me compile this. I'm saving with the same name demo, and I'm going with this and this. So you can actually not display the output to you. I have to show you that. So my question is pretty simple to you. Those who have cache, they can answer it very well, and those who have not, they have to try their best. So what is my question is, you are calling a display, okay, by using the, guys who are not speaking, I request them to please mute on. So if whenever you want to speak, just unmute and speak up and then put on mute. So my question is, like, if you want to call an instance method, what you will be doing, you are calling it by demo.display. That is nothing but you are using the object name dot display. And what about calling an instance block? How do you call an instance block? Earlier it was static, you called it directly. Now, how to call an instance block? Guys, are you there? So I'm asking is, how do you call an instance block? Static, we have seen that whenever you load your program, the static block will be called first. Now the time has come to instance. How the instance block will get executed? Directly will be the static, right? Any other answer? Perfect. So whenever an object get created, your instance block will get called. Okay. For example, let me clean this and show you the clean code. No output. So in order to generate an output, you have to create an object. So whenever, oops, Java C, demo.java, Java demo. Whenever an object is created, by default, instance block will be called. Okay? Guys, you people need a break. And I'm not getting any voice here. I don't like, see, I'm not talking to machines, right? Some communication should be there. Okay? If you don't want break, then you have to prove like you are charged up. So now, how to call the instance method? Demo.display. You can see that this is from instance block and this is from instance method. Clear? Clear?
Yes.
So can someone tell me the output? See, those who have given correct answer, I really appreciate them. And those who have given wrong answer, I also appreciate them because they have taken at least initiation. So I like the, see, we have to keep on speaking. If it is right, then we will come to know, yeah, it is right. If it is wrong, then it will be rectified. We should not scared and we should not shy. We should always shine. This is from static block. So what will be the order of execution? Static, object and instance method. Very quick answer I got. I want the answer from others. So let's talk in practical. Whenever the program loads, so first thing what it will be looking into? Correct. Kishore, Priyanka and Santosh, I really appreciate your all answers. So first the static will get loaded over here. Whenever you load your program, the static will get loaded over here. And then it comes to main method. So in main method what we are doing, we are creating an object here. So order of execution is like this. So it will be calling the instance. And then what we are doing, we are calling the display. As you people have said that the order is nothing but static and then instance and then instance method. Okay, so this is nothing but the order of execution. So let me modify this order of execution bit more. Static and then main and then instance and then instance method. It makes sense? When I'm saying main, the method main it is. First the static block will get executed and then main method will be called and then your object will be calling an instance method and then finally you're calling the instance block and then finally you're calling the instance method. Let's see the output. It asks to JVM what is right and what is wrong. You can see that this is from static, this is from instance block, and this is from instance method. You might be thinking that main is not displayed over there. I mean to say that the main method will get called. Okay, is this clear? So this order of execution is very, very important for you all. You should remember this. It will be helping you to troubleshoot your bugs when you are working on the programs, and for the interview point of view also this is very important. So I'm moving towards another concept, so called constructor. What do you know about constructor?
It is same as method name.
It is same as method name. Perfect. So let me get back over here. We will be discussing and then we will be talking on this. First, let me close all these programs which I don't require anymore. Remove this. Yeah, here let me change with constructor. So someone have given a point like name of constructor. So it might be she mean to say that class name and constructor name is same, correct? Any other answer? I got some. It is used for initializing the values to the variable, correct? Any other answer? That's it. So let me start the discussion. So whatever you have said, it is absolutely right. There is no doubt about that. Let me add some points on the top of that points which you have given. It is a method called when we create an object. Very good. So whenever we create an object, it will be called. Okay. So let me add some more point. So constructor is called as a special method. Why do we call it as a special method? In order to understand that, first of all, I have to explain you the syntax of constructor. So this is nothing but a syntax of constructor. Constructor will have access specifiers like public or private or protected or default. So what are access specifier? Don't get confused. We are going to learn about that down the line. And let me write one method also. So our favorite method used widely, there is nothing but I am taking for the display. So here and here, what is the difference? It is not having any return type. What is return type? This void is known as a return type. It can be int, float, char, double, string, or if there is nothing going to be returned, then it is called as a void. This is a point. And another point is a method can be called n number of times. Whereas constructor can be called only once. Okay, only one time you can call a constructor. If you want to call one more time another object, so creation of object is very costly, so we have to be very careful while creating an object. Whereas method can be called n number of times. If you have one object, using that same object you can call the same method n number of times. Okay, let me get back over here. Let me check if we are missing something or not. So constructors are the special member methods which will be called concurrently when the object creation is going on. So constructor will be called concurrently when the object creation is going on. What do you mean by this? When you are creating an object, how you are creating an object? By using a new operator. At this moment only, constructor will get called. Another point. Constructor should be declared before any method in a class. So it's not mandatory from 1.5. Earlier there was a problem. Let me remove this. Let me check as well. Constructor name must be same as the class name. This point is very, very important. This point says the JVM that this is a special method or the special member method. It identifies that method as a constructor. And another point is constructor does not have any return type, even void also. Constructor can have modifiers like public, private, protected and default. As someone have said that constructor is used for initializing the objects or initializing the variables. So here down the line you can see that there are two types of constructors. One is default constructor and one is parameterized constructor. So let me take one by one by giving the name as types of constructor. One is default and another one is parameterized. So what is this default? Zero parameter. And parameterized means sorry for E more than one parameter. So more than one parameter is known as parameterized, and zero parameter is known as default. Let's do one thing. The time has come to take the example. After that we will be discussing more, because practical sounds more than theory. Program based on constructors, make it as default constructor. Class demo. So what is the syntax of, let me complete by specifying template here. Import java.lang star, and then main method is required. Public static void main. Yeah, now we are standing on a clean slate, clean page. So here we have to define a constructor. So name of the constructor will be same as the class name. So the class name is demo, so the constructor name is also demo. So just I'm writing a comment over here. It depends upon the business logic, what you need over there. Okay. So that's it. So we have defined a parameterized constructor over here. Let me save this program. So can someone tell me what will be the output of this program? No. Good catch. What about others? Others also support the same. So you can see that yes, all supports the correct one. There is nothing, so no output. So my question is open to you all. It's not specific for one person that he only has to answer. So how to call a constructor?
Create an object.
Very good. We have to create an object. So how to create an object? Demo equals to new demo. So new operator is used for creating an object. Guys, you just watch closely. This one and this one is same, right? Let me repeat it once again. This syntax and this syntax is same, right? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So this two are same here. So in this way, it will be detecting a constructor. Are you getting me? Another point.
Yeah.
If you are not defining anything, JVM will provide the default constructor. Oh, just you use a decompiler. Try this after class. I didn't download it. It will take some time if I go for downloading. Tomorrow you remind me, we will see with decompiler as well. So what I am saying is, if you don't write anything, it will be like this. Every class will be having this one. Till now, whatever we have done, so we have not written anything. So JVM will be providing this one. Why? Because whenever you create an object, it needs a constructor over there. Yeah, default constructor will be called over there. So let me define my own constructor over here. Println. This is from default constructor. Correct? I have one question for you all. Might be the question is there in your mind. Let me bring it at the top level. Bring it out. What will be the output? Because we learned that if you create an object, instance block will be called. We also learned that when you create an object, constructor will be called. Now which one will be called first? Both cannot be called at a time. Which one will be called?
Instance and the method and the constructor.
Instance and constructor. Okay. What about others? Yeah, others also have given the same answer over here. Let me check with JVM. So you can see that this is from instance block and then default constructor. Let me add one more thing over here. I have two blocks. One is I am giving as block 2 and another one I am giving as block 1. What will be the output of this program?
Block 2, block 1 and the constructor.
Okay, what about others? Same. 2, 1 constructor. Same. Correct. So let me ask to JVM. When these many people are supporting that answer, it should be correct only. Oops. Let me see here. Block 2, block 1 and constructor. Let me add one more thing in this. I'm just modifying it and writing the block at the last. Can someone tell me what will be the output?
Same as the above.
Same as above, okay. Okay, let me check with the JVM. Yeah, it is same as above. It doesn't matter where what you are writing. So let me take constructor also at the down. So what happens? The good practice is you should always define the constructor at the top. So it's same as above. So let me take some more thing over here. I'm going for static. Can someone, and I'm reducing one block here because I don't want to make it messy and I don't want to make it complicated as well. So here I'm going to write, this is from static block. Fine. So what will be the output? What we will be waiting is static block,
Static
static block one.
instance and the constructor.
Okay. Static instance and constructor. Perfect. So what about others? Others also support the same? Yeah. It means that the concept is getting clear to you all, because I'm happy to see that you people are giving the correct answers. Now, let's come back with the constructor. Let's stick to the constructor by removing unwanted code from here. So I don't want this. I don't want this. I want this to at the top here. So next question. So what I'm doing is I'm defining two constructors, two default constructors, and I'm naming them as 1 and 2. What will be the output? Same method name. Yeah, constructor will have the same name, but no params. Yeah, it is a default constructor. So what will be the output here? I do understand that it's very difficult to decide about the output, because the first time you are saying like this, and until and unless you execute it, it's very difficult to judge what is the output over there. So without wasting a single minute, let me come back to the console and ask to the JVM. You can see that very beautiful error we got. What is the error over here? Demo is already defined. So what is the learning in this? In a class, we can have only one default constructor. Okay? If you want, then you can go with the second type of constructor, that is nothing but parameterized constructor. So how do you call a parameterized constructor? New demo of level. Okay. Let me go back. Demo. What is? You have to go for different variable names. 1 and 2. Two variable names cannot be same. Okay. This is from default constructor. And now what I'm doing over here is I have to write something to display the output. It's empty, so I'm not able to see anything. Let me display the value instead. So this process is known as constructor overloading. Overloading and overriding, both you will be learning in the next coming classes. So what is the learning in this one? Constructors cannot be overridden. Overridden means defining it again and again without changing the signature. Overloading means you are changing the signature over here. The parameters are getting changed, 0 and 1 over here. So this is known as calling a parameterized constructor, and this is known as calling a default constructor. Okay. So you can have the same one parameter constructor, one more, float B. I can go with A also. Yesterday I have shown you the scope. So the above scope is within that, and below A scope is within this. This A. So now you can see that you are having the same single parameter twice. What is the difference over here?
Data type.
Yeah, data type difference is there. If I am giving 4 3.0 1 4 f, then it will be like this. It will be calling to which one? The second one. This one it has called. For differentiation, let me specify float and int over here. So this process is known as overloading process. You can see that you have called the float one. If you want to call the int one, then you have to give the integer value 12. Now you can see that you have called the int one. This is from default constructor and this is from single param int. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
And if you want to call demo3 as well, I mean to say that if you want to call the float value as well, all the three constructors you want to call, then you have to go for this one. Okay, one more object. So you can see that you have called all the three, int also, float also. So let me get back over here. Let me summarize what we have learned. We have learned something about the constructor and we have learned the types of constructors. There are two types of constructor, that is single parameter and default constructor and parameterized constructor. And down the line we have learned some more properties like constructor name will be same as the class name, constructor will not have any return type, constructor can have a modifiers and constructors cannot be overridden, and constructor can be overloaded. All these points we have learned. Let me come down, we have some more to discuss on this. The point is, in a class we can have only one default constructor, another one. So what is the advantages of using a constructor? Constructor executes faster than method. If someone asks you which one will be executed quickly, means you have to answer it as constructor, because for calling a method you have to create an object. But when it comes to constructor, it will be executed faster. And constructor name can be remembered easily because it is a class name. Come to the parameterized, it is used for initializing the objects and it will be having one or more parameters. So it will be called by providing the parameters in the object here in this way. And we can have n number of parameterized constructor with different signature in a class. So now we have seen after that the constructor overloading. So this is an example of the constructor overloading. So one single parameter, and with different data types is known as constructor overloading. Okay, and next we have something so called this, and we have super, BHIS. This is a keyword and super is there. In order to explain about super, we have to go for the inheritance. So after this we will be starting the concept of inheritance. Fine guys, thanks for joining and listening my class. So tomorrow we will be seeing the next concept. If you have any questions in your mind, you can stay on the call, and if you don't have anything, you can drop off. Bye.